Hey guys, Modern Viking 82 here, back with another Viking Orations. Got another review for you today, and this time around I'm going to be talking to you about the debut full length from the band Graverape, entitled Exhuming Decay, self-released by the band just this year. And if you are not familiar with this band, they are a two-piece death doom band based out of Detroit, Michigan, that formed back in 2018, consisting of Jesse Wright on the drums and Jay Clifton handling all guitars and vocals. As I said, it is their debut full-length album. It is 7 tracks, clocks in just under 42 minutes in length, and I like the way this starts off. I mean, considering the name of the band and the title of the album, it starts off with the sounds of a grave being dug and this thick, fuzzy bass riff being played real slowly, and then soon the guitars kick in with a nice slow heavy riff on top of that. Then you add in the really slow drum beat that they're doing, while these screams of either horror or lunacy, I mean, you can make up your own mind, it sounds like both, to be honest, are heard in the background throughout the whole thing. Then approximately 2 minutes in, things pick up to a more mid-paced rhythm, and then you get this really cool church bell sound at about the 3-minute 42-second mark over top of this really heavy dun-dun riff that leads to a really nice guitar solo. So great way to start off an album, I have to say. Overall, the guitars are heavy with a bit of a fuzz to the tone, I noticed, and while they mostly have that mid-pace style, there's a lot of very heavy and cryptic sounding riffs on here. Again, going back to track 1, which is entitled Corpse Fucker, 5 minutes and 40 seconds into that song, that is a perfect example of these cryptic riffs that I'm talking about. Track 4, Another Holocaust, I love that doomy, slow-picked riff as it just kind of lures you in and then bam, hits you with these fast-paced riffs, and the drums kick in and going full force. The bass is heavy and rumbling, always audible, providing a really solid backbone, despite not being very high up in the mix. I mean, it's not too high up, but it's high enough to where you can really pick it up nicely. Overall, just a really nice production on it, right? Really good thick tone. Drum-wise, you got a real solid performance and production here. There's some really good double bass work. There's not really any blast beats to be found, but for me, this style of death metal that they were playing doesn't really require blast beats. I mean, it could use some maybe, but it's not a necessity, and I think it, works really well with the style that he chose here. Now, the vocals are hard to describe for me. I tried, as I was listening to this, just to kind of give an idea who he reminded me of, because I know I've heard this style of vocal before, and I almost swear I've heard this guy on something else, so it does not show him being in anything else. But the easiest way I could really describe his vocal style is to think maybe a deeper sounding Pete Helmkamp from Angel Corpse, or even Sean McGrath from Impale, but real deeper in tone. I mean, that's the best way I could really describe this guy's vocals. Let's see here. Now, a couple notes about this album. Track number 3, After the Massacre, is definitely a controversial topic on this song, and it's also the longest one at 8 minutes and 21 seconds in length. But, it's another good example of the cryptic riffs that these guys write, and it starts with the shooter's manifesto about why he's, doing what he is doing and everything. But the big thing about this song is, for me anyway, is that it goes on just a little too long. They could have left it at, ending with the gunshots, maybe in a couple screams, and then just been done with it. But you get this long stretch of this, the victims are screaming and crying and saying, oh shit, and it's, after a while of listening to that, it just gets really annoying. So that kind of really detracted from that song for me. Track 5, Feast on the Deceased, is probably my favorite track on this album, least of all because it has a really cool solo not too long into the song. But the big draw for me for this song is Trevor from the Black Dahlia Murder takes on the lead vocals. He doesn't just do like a little guest spot where he does a few lines, or he takes over lead vocals for the entire song, and I think he turned in a killer performance. And honestly, I could see him performing as the frontman for this project as like a side project if he didn't want to make the Black Dahlia Murder his main focus, but I'm glad he's focusing on the Black Dahlia Murder. Overall, It's just a nice slab of death metal with a tinge of doom to it and just nasty, nasty lyrics. While 4 of the 7 songs are between 6 and 8 minutes in length, you don't really seem to notice it, with the exception being track 3, because, again, that outro gets really annoying after a while. But other than that, you really can't tell. I would give this a solid 8.5 out of 10. Definitely go check it out. I will try to leave a link down below where you can check out this and maybe purchase a copy for yourself. That is going to do it. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.